This was filmed like last week, so it's still like Halloween week, so this is our look for trivia tonight.
Yeah, I feel like I need to keep...
We're both redheads!
Oh my god, we are! Stop it, you little red-headed bitch! So, I went for like half Roxee, half Adam.
And I went for classy Pennywise.
Classy? You're not classy, you're trashy.
I'm arsey. And I'm wearing these stockings for the first time ever. Oh,
I'm actually wearing two different ones. Bam! 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 I've got two different legs, you know, stitched together. Dr. Frankenstein stitched my ass together. Hey guys, I'm Roxee Horror.
And I'm Ellawarra.
And you're watching
Word Vomit. Roxee!
Yeah?
You are back from annual leave.
I am back again from annual leave.
How was your Halloween?
It was fucking phenomenal.
With the sold out show.
Stop it.
May I repeat? Sold out.
Sold out. Can't buy tickets because it's already happened. Yeah, no, I had a great no break for my annual leave. I was on the go non-stop. Yeah, busy girl.
Busy girl.
We had Canberra, we had trivia, we had bingo, we just didn't stop.
I was there too.
Just always going like you're like the Energizer rabbit. Going and going and going and going.
What are we gonna do today?
We are going to talk about Grindr!
Do you remember your very first Grindr hookup?
Actually, I'm glad you asked that because I didn't think about this one. I 100% remember my very first Grindr hookup.
Tell me.
I was in a relationship with two gentlemen. I was in a polyamorous relationship.
Come on, Derek Barry!
Oh, stop it! Stop it! I wanted to be open because I'm a little whore and I couldn't deal with just the two. I also really love old men. It's no secret. Roxee loves her granddaddies. Oh, give me a gum job, baby. Oh.
85, just the way Roxee likes them.
18, barely legal, just the way Ella likes them. My first Grindr hookup was an old guy, and I'm talking like, I think he would have been like 60, give or take. And it wasn't as old as I like them, don't take me wrong, but he was old enough. He asked my situation, and I was like, oh, I'm open to two partners. And he was like,
I have to leave. I have to go right now.
So he got his clothes off. We got, like, not even started, and he started panicking about the fact that I had two partners and left.
Oh, because he's probably old and traditional.
Oh, I didn't think of that. I never understood why he left.
No, at least you got off.
I got off, he didn't. He panicked and left, but I got off, so I don't care.
My first Grindr hookup was with a boy.
Really? Really?
He was really good looking, so I made him add me on Snapchat, and then he verified who he was.
Lovely.
So that was fine.
So you weren't getting catfish?
No catfish here.
Good.
But he lived in Newtown. So I drove all the way to Newtown.
You went from Wollongong to Newtown?
Yeah, got in my car.
God.
Drove all the way to Newtown, got there. I walk in, and he's standing there in his underwear. It's probably like 11 o'clock at night. Standing there in his underwear, eating a bowl of Weet-Bix. And then asked me, would you like a bowl of Weet-Bix?
Did you get some?
No, I don't like soggy food! Oh, it was just odd, and then he kept showing me his fish in the fish tank, and then we went up to the room, and like, he was really attractive, so I was like, Weet-Bix fish, that's okay, I'll deal with it. And then he made me sit there and watch the whole Maleficent.
That would bore the shit out of me.
The whole thing!
Like, I don't go to someone's house to watch a fucking movie. Similar situation happened to me. I was talking to this guy on Grindr.
Yeah.
Talking for a while, and then he's like, do you want me to come over and watch a movie? And I was like, cool, that's code for like Netflix and chill. He fucking just wanted to Netflix and chill. He gets over, we're sitting there, we're watching a movie. I enjoyed the fucking movie. The movie was phenomenal. Like, I was giving so many fucking hints. I thought that's what he came over for. Movie finished, and then he's like, okay, my dad's gonna come pick me up now. Mind you, times two, he was 19 years old.
This was my first experience with a boy that wore makeup as well.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, he wore makeup too?
No, I did, this was back before I even touched makeup.
Wow.
So it was my first experience meeting a boy that, because I was very new to the scene when I was like going and doing this.
She was a straighty 180.
Yeah. So then he messaged me on Grindr, was like, hey, my parents are in Hawaii, do you want to come and hang out? And I was like, yeah, cool, why not? Let's do it. So I went over there, and when I got there, why do boys always make you watch movies? Full face of makeup, which was like, I'm cool with that, that's fine. Yep. And then makeup all over the counter, and it was like, he was teaching me what each thing was, which is opening my mind.
I feel like that was the start of Ella.
Well, could it be?
Thanks, Grindr.
So, you know who you are, I'm telling this story, and I know you watch, but I'm not going to say your name because we're going to keep you de-identified. So we watched Zootopia, and then we hooked up after, and then, yeah.
Well, at least you got a fucking hookup.
Yeah. He was the first person I slept with in the back of the ute.
Oh, you christened a you.
Yes, we did it. We were at the back. It was in like a farm. So while we were doing it, you could just hear. Usually that would be me, but I was the top, so.
You're bad. So I was talking to a guy, an old guy. He was really old. He messages me, he gives me his address. Never been there before.
Yeah.
I'm driving. I get there, park the car, get out of the car, and I realise his address was actually a retirement home. I still went in.
IRT one.
The IRT. I hooked up with a guy at the IRT. It was wonderful. And then after everything was said and done, we went and had a tea in his little room. It was great. It was great.
Overseas, I did a lot of exploring.
Okay.
Could have called me Dora. I worked my way and my hole across America.
Vamonos!
But there was one year I was there and I was staying in New York and I was on, say, level 9. And then there was this boy I was talking to who was on level 6. He was a flight attendant. So we're talking for, I don't know, a couple of hours and he was like, oh, I'm just going out with the other flight attendants for dinner. When I get back, I'll let you know. You can come down to my room. It's like, cool, let's do that. He gets back to the hotel and goes, okay, yeah, I'm home. You can come back down to the room. So I got in the lift, went down to level 6, walked out. As soon as I walked out of the lift, I got crash tackled from the side, wrestled to the ground and pinned to the ground by some random, not the person that was in my photos. And he like was wrestling me on the ground and like trying to pull me the other way, away from it, which I then wrestled him off me, ran to this guy's room. He ended up being another flight attendant that was out at the dinner, and that guy was talking about me to him, and he was trying to like intercept me and steal me for a hookup.
But he tackled you?
Tackled me to the ground, had me on the floor.
I would have died.
I was terrified.
That's horrifying.
Being in another country, tackled on the floor by some random that I didn't know.
That is horrible. That is horrible.
Like, God knows what would have happened if he actually like pulled me back, like into the room. But like, lucky I'm being stressed. And I was like, I could wrestle him off, and that's shocking.
Crazy, hey? That is scary. That is actually really scary. It's reminded me of another Grindr story, not my particular experience, but a friend of mine. I'm not naming names, so don't get mad at me for telling the story. So a friend of mine was in the States as well. Went on Grindr, found a guy who he was into, gets to his house. They're there for like 2 minutes, completely nud. As soon as my mate gets naked, the guy comes up to him, grabs him by the head, shaking his head, and he's like,
I'm gonna fucking rip your face off.
Like literally like that. My mate fucking gunned it out of the house, completely naked in the middle of the States. That's horrifying. That is horrifying.
That's scarier than mine.
The fact that people do that to people, grabbed him by the face and was like squeezing his head saying, I'm gonna rip your fucking face off.
Like he might have meant that in like a
sexual way?
A sexual acting kind of way.
Well, fucking pre-warned.
Yeah, exactly, pre-warned the person.
Like, I'm not fucking slut-shaming BDSM or anything like that.
No, God, no.
Choke me a little bit, it's great.
You need warning.
Exactly. If someone just choked me at a hookup and we weren't talking about that, I'd be like, I'm out, I'm leaving, goodbye. If we had spoken prior and that was part of his kink, go for gold. As long as it's safe and you know the person, go for gold.
Yeah. This reminds me of a girl that I know, and she was talking to a guy. This isn't a Grindr thing, because it was a girl and a guy.
Yeah.
But she was talking to him for a while. Really, 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 really attractive. So she like started looking past weird things that were happening.
Okay.
There was one point where he was talking to her and said that he was into hurting people and he had a yearning to murder someone. But she looked past this because he was so attractive, ended up going on a date with him, and then this man drove her from Wollongong 6 hours away to a property in the middle of nowhere where they ended up just having a nice cute dinner date, whatever, and he brought her home. But she still went 6 hours away to a property in the middle of nowhere with somebody that said they wanted to murder someone.
Like, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. But I do have a story that is not Grindr related because this is pre-Grindr.
Okay.
Back in the day, there was a website called Mogenic or Mogenic. Do you remember that?
No.
You would. Yeah, you're straight then. Mogenic was basically an under-18s site for young queer people to connect with people.
Yeah.
It was like a forum. So I was 16 at the time. I had my Mogenic account, and a guy who said he was 18 online, but once started talking, told me he was 25. That should have been a red flag right there for 16-year-old me. But I was like, oh my god, he's older. That's cool. Idiot. One day he's in my area and he's like, let's hang out. I live near KFC and I said, let's meet at KFC. So I could just walk there from my house. Just by chance, and thank fuck this happened, my dad got mad at me when I was like, I'm going out to KFC because he was making dinner and he thought I was going to get food. Anyway, so I'm like, no, I'm going, blah, blah. He's like, you get back in the house now. And I'm like, nah, I'm leaving. I stormed out of the house mad at my dad because he was like, you have to stay home. Thank fuck that happened, because when I got to KFC, saw the guy in his car, so it was just on dusk, so it was getting dark, parked next to the big bin, but out of sight from everybody. I jump in the car. I'm like, oh my god, cool, oh my god, I met you online, this is great. So we're sitting in the car, next minute he locks all the doors, closes the sunroof, for no need.
Yeah.
Like he didn't need to lock those doors. Next minute I started panicking because I was like, he's locked me in the car, I can't get out, what am I gonna do? I'm an idiot for doing this. My phone rings and it's my dad, and my brain went straight into fight or flight mode just in case something was going to go down. So I was like, yeah, Dad, I'm just at KFC, you can come and get me. I panicked. The guy was like, get out, get out, get out, get out. Kicked me out of the car and just fucking zoomed off. And I always wonder, if my dad didn't call me that day, what would have happened?
What would have happened?
I always wonder that. So please be safe and don't be as stupid as I was doing that kind of shit.
I have one last story.
Yeah.
I got chlamydia in Jervis Bay from Grindr.
Oh my god, lucky you're not a koala. But now I have the ultimate Grindr story, the best one that ever happened, and thank fuck for this. It was going back 3 years ago now. I was talking to a guy named Chaser on Grindr. He was a chubby chaser and I was a chubby bitch.
I think we all remember the man on the paddleboard.
Everybody knows Chaser. Anyway, so Chaser and I decided to meet up. I picked him up from his house and then we went for a drive to Roxee Beach. Went for a swim. He like swims up to me, wraps his legs around me and starts making out with me in the middle of like the pool with everybody around. I'd never experienced that before. Like, being gay, there's a big fear to hook up or kiss someone in public because you don't know what's gonna happen. And he was the first person who really just didn't give a shit about that, which felt really special to me. So I was like, I like this guy. So yeah, we made out in the middle of the water and I was like, this guy is a keeper. This guy is a keeper. And he was a keeper.
And now guess what?
What?
They're engaged!
Stop it, stop it, stop it. I did it at the Halloween show. Oh my god.
And I'm sure there's a video that we can insert. Have I got in a relationship from Grindr? Yeah. Best 4 weeks of my life. Thanks, mate. We both did it.
Oopsies. No, don't stop. So yeah, that is a few of our Grindr stories.
I love Grindr. Actually, no, I don't. It's fucking shit.
At the end of the day, I do love Grindr because Chaser and I are open, so Grindr is a great outlet if you are open.
True.
Although, I do think there are a lot of idiots on Grindr. There are a lot of people who are using it for the wrong reasons, but there are people out there that use it for the right reasons.
Yeah. I have one question for you. Would you like to come to a sex party? You can go to fun.org.
You're like the 70th person today to say that.
Alright guys, if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, go and fuck yourself. And if you want to come back and see more, make sure you hit that red subscribe button that's over in the corner. And this is red. Boop, subscribe.
Hey guys, I'm still Roxee Horror.
And I'm still Ellawarra.
And you just watched Word Vomit.